Shipmates, the PRT is just a couple of months away, but before you can do the PRT, you have to do the PHA, your periodic health assessment. But how has COVID impacted the medical community's ability to get all those PHAs done? To answer that question, Lieutenant Commander John DeGus from BUMED joins us. And John, I hear there's a little bit of a backlog right now.
That's right. Thank you for the question. So the COVID pandemic, unfortunately, has created a situation where we had significant access to care problems due to substantial medical deployments to support the pandemic efforts. Additionally, it led to restrictions of movement for service members and people not coming in for their PHA. To kind of counteract those two things, we added a 120-day extension to the PHA cycle during this time frame where we haven't had a PFA. However, with the PFA coming up, you must have your PHA and your PDHRA complete prior to completing your PAR-FQ, which means you can't participate in the PFA if you don't get those two things done.
Right. How big is that backlog?
So currently our backlog has increased from a normal of 4,000 to 5,000 to about 27,000 that we need to get done in the next, before the fall PFA cycle.
Wow. So one of the things that's been, I think, maybe a positive that has come out of COVID is our ability to take things virtual. I've really enjoyed being able to have my virtual medical visits instead of having to drive all the way to the hospital or the clinic. Are you able to use virtual technology to unclog the backlog?
That's a great question. So virtual PHAs is a great augmenting tool to the normal structure of how we do things in Navy medicine, but it's not going to 100% replace what your local medical department will do for you. They might perform that PHA for you virtually, or they may be doing in-person rodeos at the unit medical location or at the clinic that you get seen at. So basically, the two things in coordination together will help affect this backlog for us.
Okay, so for somebody that's either new to the Navy and it's their first time having to get this done, or it's just been a while since they've had it done, remind us, how do we get our PHA done?
So first, sailors need to get on to BUPERS Online, check their individual medical readiness or IMR status, and find out whether or not they're due or overdue for a PHA or PDHRA. If either of those things are overdue at the time of completion of your PAR-FQ, or more specifically for the PHA, if you have not completed it within the last 12 months, you will not be able to complete your PAR-FQ and not participate in the PFA cycle. Once you have validated whether or not you need to complete it, then you will need to log on to the website for ePHA or for the EDHA system for your PDHRA and complete the member self-assessment portion. Once you're complete with that, you need to contact your local medical department, let them know that you're ready to be scheduled for an appointment.
Okay. All right. Well, John, thank you very much for your time and giving us all this great information. And shipmates, again, PHA, got to get it done to do the PRT, and the PRT kicks off in July. John, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.